Welcome to the show. Today we are inside Divine Mother and Me, and the topic is twin flames in the astral realm. As a teacher, I stand for and do the work of Divine Mother on earth, being her priestess of union. This makes it possible to provide you with a relationship in which you can safely find the true union and develop and sustain your union consciousness. Today on the show, we have twin flames in the astral realm. Ooh, spannend. That was Dutch for exciting. It's a little bit, it is all said with a little bit of a wink, because twin flames in the astral realm refers to, wow, the spookiness of twin flames. And I think that's very appropriate because we're going in the direction of Halloween. Ooh, spooky. And there's so many phenomena going on in the astral realm. And aren't twin flames also part of the great phenomena of the astral realm? Well, let's give you the scoop and not wait a second longer. No. I think there is a little bit of a problem with this astral realm and twin flames because even though, so this is just already the answer right away, but we are going to research with my oracle cards. I prepared them here. Even though there can be some knowledge about your twin flame and who they are and how your union will develop in the astral realm. And even though there may be someone that can read a little bit of that information and tell it to you, which may feel kind of special. Even though these kinds of information pieces swirling around in the astral realm can be sort of true, partly true, mostly true, it is not what helps you to go to your harmonious union consciousness state and therefore be with your true twin flame in harmony with the true one, where the door to abundance opens and they don't run away anymore. And you just live that life that you want to live with them. That's not helpful for that. Even though sometimes the astral realm has some sort of some dots of wisdom and truth that might come true. And you might be very excited about that. Yes, finally, I found something that resonates with my twin flame union. A puzzle piece of value, of information, of something that will come true later. Oh, what a miracle. Yeah, sometimes it does exist. And maybe sometimes it is even really sort of true and it comes true. But it doesn't help you make it come true. Being in the astral realm, roaming around inside of it to make your twin flame union come true is very, very questionable and not what I do or provide. So let's talk about that further because that was kind of strong, actually. Let's see if the cards actually support what I say. Shall we do that? Maybe I'm wrong, And then let me first explain for a moment why we have the possibility to become a paid Patreon member on this and all live shows. You can listen to it and enjoy it, and that's fine. But if you want the content of these shows to spiritually work wonders, healings, miracles on your union, you invest in the messages. That's how you support your union healing. Money unlocks it. So again, let's see. Twin flames in the astral realm. So, what actually is the astral realm? Maybe we should talk about that because it's like we're here on the earth and we're grounded, we're like below here. And then there is this realm here in between, a little bit above, floating above it. It's like, it's like the invisible spiritual realm, and maybe there are like ghosts there, or like wisdoms floating around, and like elves and I don't know, spirits and this and that and the other thing, and all kinds of very exciting phenomena. Maybe I can even fly there. Maybe I can even, go out of my body and fly around like the spirit that I am, and like knock on the door of someone else. Oh, how magical. Maybe I could even meet my twin flame there, right? And sure, these are all the phenomena that could happen there. And they're like beings that live in the astral realm, and aren't they wise and aren't they beautiful? But then, you go a little bit deeper or further, or however you want to like visualize that. Now we're just trying to visualize that as a little further above, actually, how I'm gesturing it right now. And you're like, but that is like the in between layer, the astral realm, in between you, the physical you, the identity of you, and in the spiritual realm. Oh, I close my eyes and here comes the whole realm of a whole endless possibilities, right? And then we go deeper than that layer of the astral realm, and then we just bump into the source of all, or God, or the divine, or the universe, however you want to call it, divine mother. And the point is that your twin flame blueprint is connected to God, to source, to the divine, to divine mother. And then penetrates right through that layer of the astral realm into the physical realm. and in the physical realm it becomes true. And then like this astral realm is like an in-between layer. It just penetrates right through it and comes in your life. But maybe you feel like, oh, but that in-between layer, isn't there so much to do with my twin flame there? They exist there too. You just said that they run right through it. So I can be with them there. I can have information about them there. Yeah. Okay. But when is it going to become astral stalking? Are you happy if someone stalks you in your daily life? Romantic stalking? Well, maybe that's what you're doing to them when you think like, oh, I'm going in the fascinating experience of the ever expanding astral realm, and I will just go to them, to my twin flame, and then I will stalk them there and see what they're doing and what they're up to, and if they have another and whatnot. Yeah, and then I just, sneak back to my own body, and then I'm here again, and I just did something very spiritual. Okay, but is it helpful? Okay, but but what does it help? What is it for? Aren't you just a stalker, but then in a more invisible way, spooky way? Which you're like an extra spooky stalker, right? And I wouldn't want that. Although you could think of hints in that direction happening more or less spontaneously a little bit and whatnot. Okay. But it quickly becomes a manipulation, and the astral realm is very quickly to be used like that. You can very easily manipulate all kinds of phenomena and things, and twin flames, and twin flame dreams, and twin flame illusions. And oh, it's actually not my real twin flame, but we're just doing as if, because in the astral realm, everything is possible. We know what the thing is. Twin flames are connected to the source of everything and all. And that's not, oh, yeah, maybe it's this. Maybe it's him. If that's him, maybe that's him. Yeah, let's just stalk them all. And then we'll see who we're going to choose. No, there's only one. And there's you. And that's it. You are one together. That's it. End of story. And God supports that. And if there is something to do with the in-between layer of the astral realm, God will give it to you, or clarify it to you, or the teacher of God will do that. But it's not helpful to lose yourself in the astral realm and have all kinds of experiences with your twin flame. So, okay, now we have the same problem, Petra, because you said we were going to do cards. Okay, so let's do cards. All right, so I asked Divine Mother to give us cards, and I see the first deck. I just asked her to show me which deck first to use, and it's going to be the very mythological deck of the transformations. So, I guess, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, right, it sounds very mythological, the whole astral realm in itself. I see this card, so here we go. A way the story goes that is unexpected. The unexpected, a change that you did not see coming. Wow. And she's like an albino creature with her albino ferret, which is also like an unexpected treat to have, right? So, well, this might be like a double whammy because in the astral realm, many unexpected things are happening there. But I think the truly unexpected thing is what we were just talking about, that when God reveals to you your true twin flame, it is not full of phenomena and weird things and spooky. It is just going to be, here it is, and it was unexpected, and that is because it's a true happening that comes from God out. It doesn't come from you out. That's manipulation. It comes from God out. And there's only one answer, and that will be, it will be a surprise to you. And like, the true twin flame will come in, and they are much wiser than you think, because you might think like, but I know the twin flame journey and they don't, so I can like steer it a bit to the left and I steer it a bit to the right, but they don't know about the twin flame journey, so I can just manipulate them a little bit, but they don't know. So before you know it, they're like the victim of your manipulation. But that's not the real deal. The real deal only starts and comes when you let the true twin flame come in and do themselves. And that will be unexpected to you because it's a real happening. There's really something happening here that comes from God. So let's see what the vampires have to say about this. Do you agree, vampires? I always have trouble translating this word. So, and I don't know why, because it is just not that hard or anything. And I know the word, but I can't find it. So, in my brain. So, we'll just resolve that with my translator. There it is. Redemption. Redemption. Absolution, forgiveness, redemption. Why do we have this card? The true twin flame is redemption. It is, you will be released from the astral realm. You will be released of phenomena. You will be released from endless manifestations of experiences. And you go beyond the experience to the experiencer. And you then realize that is the union. And that's all you experience. You experience oneness and love. That's all you see. It changes your perception. And you might say, well, Petra, that sounds very abstract. And I want to believe you, but what is that? I don't experience that. I just have this guy that came into my life and then they ran off. And I want them to come back because we had this fantastic love. And I understand. So, what you do to have your twin flame in the romance that you want is you do inner work. And the inner work is only one specific thing. And then there are supportive things that support that one central inner work. And when you do that enough, you come in another consciousness. And in that other consciousness, you just feel different. You see different, you perceive different. And that's like hard to describe, but it's really here for twin flames. And it is what you are asking me for. It is what everyone is longing for. It is a very loving, oneness attuned thing that happens inside of you and you surrender into it. And it heals everything inside of you, whatever needs healing. And it gives you your true twin flame in harmony so that you can start building everything that you want to build with them in the security of divine trust. That's what that is. That's how you're supposed to live with your twin flame now. And that's possible through that consciousness state of harmonious union. And that is a perception change. Yeah, you have to experience it. That's why I passed that on. And that's why I passed it on also in the school. And I open the doors again in 1 week from now, when this is recorded on Saturday, November the 1st. You can come into a group again. I open one once more. And it will be a group for people that want to go that journey of that consciousness shift and also want to become a twin flame coach in the end as well, spreading that. And it's going to be awesome. So if you want that, please consider subscribing to that group because it's just going to give you exactly that. Yeah, before you'll know it, you'll just be with your twin flame and you'll experience that love, that deeper love. And it's going to be beautiful and perfect for uniquely you, because that's what we call in from Divine Mother for you. Yeah. So it was redemption out of the astral realm. That's what it is really like. But sometimes, I do use some communication with even beings that live in the astral realm, such as we're now going to look at the what are they called? The fairies. My fairy deck. And it's like, but Petra, they live there, right? Why do you work with them? Because it was revealed to me that they are emanations from Divine Mother in the astral realm, but I only exclusively use them. Let's lose them. Why not? Use them when Divine Mother says it. I only use these things because they are connected to source level for me when I do it, because I am connected to Divine Mother. You see, and that's how you don't lose yourself in the astral realm, in the phenomena, but you employ the astral realm to help you with your divine journey. And then it could make sense if you're trained to do that. So that's what I do sometimes, and also because it's a lot of fun, right? And because I was guided in that direction. So, portals of the Green Man. And even like nature works with portals also, and even like the autumn equinox that we just had, and we're now going to Samhain and Halloween, and that's also such a portal. Portals on the calendar are awesome, but there are also all other kinds of portals thinkable. The portal of the Green Man. walk through nature and feel that there is a portal to, well, the astral realm, but then also to the divine. When we said that the astral realm was an in-between stage between, like, you're here on the earth and then there's the astral realm, and then there's penetrating through it all, penetrating through the entire astral realm, and then you get to source, where the divine is, where everything comes from, God. So maybe you should just see the entire astral realm as a portal from you to the divine and back, but not as an alone standing thing to be losing yourself inside of. That may be fascinating. It for sure is. But it doesn't make anything come true that you want from the twin flame journey, or only fleetingly. It's not what you want. So maybe that's why I got that card. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. So are astral portals here, are they important? Can they be taken? Yes, but only in relationship with your true source, only relationship with doing the true twin flame inner work, which also refers to you, who you are in source, and not to all the possibilities of what you could be in the astral realm. You see, so that's plural. It's like, oh yeah, like polyamorous astral realm. Okay, it could give you an experience. It could be a helpful experience. It could also be a damaging experience. Do you understand? But if you go to source, and source says it might be helpful to do this kind of thing for a little bit, so that you will become healed, and it has something to do with the astral realm, well, maybe then. But then you're actually doing what source says. Okay. Huh. Portal. So your energy field is also portals. Your energy field where you live inside, that is here, right? With what they say in India, the chakras, the points of energy, etc. And how I translated them for this time and for twin flames together with Divine Mother in the 9 energy point system of creative identity. These are also portals. This is actually also like the astral realm in a sense, energy that you can feel into and work with when you work with the source of it, because that makes it safe, with God, in other words. And these are the 9 energy points, and a 10th one as well with the symbols. And let's see which portal, which energy point can help us. Energy point 3, which also symbolizes the divine feminine portal. And it is like one side of this Vesica Pisces twin flame symbol, the intersecting circles. Let's say the feminine side, and in the body, in the energy body, that refers to the backside of the body, and it's some sort of an entrance into where you have the energy field of feeling at home and feeling your sexuality and your identity, and you can enter that from behind in the area of the tailbone. In the 9-point energy system made with Divine Mother for twin flames. And this is really a point of like feeling at home on the earth while being in connection with source. And it is an energy point, so it is astral, you could say. So that's a portal that makes sense, I guess, for twin flames. Yeah, because that's where you bring it down to earth. You start feeling it on the earth. You want your twin flame gotten entirely from source and then manifest in the world. And then you want to feel at home with your true twin flame in the world and ground here and feel your body and don't numb out and feel all your feelings and all your emotions and place your feet on the ground and feel the feet and feel the ground and let all the energy that you no longer need move through your legs, through the bottom of your feet into the ground, and let that go and let that go. And this is a crucial point in that feeling at home because it's intimately you. And it is connected very much to the ground. You need to ground. And when you are the divine feminine in your union, and this is what that symbolically shows, you are also grounding your whole union. Oh, congratulations. All the more like intuitively your task, if you will, which is beautiful and very healing to be that presence for them. So, as the divine feminine, you could say you're very much this presence of the astral, quote unquote, on earth, the energetic on earth, the feeling space on earth, the feeling at home on earth, the feeling of the sexuality between twin flames, which is the highest expression of sexuality there ever exists on earth. That's what you symbolize in your own union. And that's beautiful. And that's your responsibility to connect that with source and not to make that float away in the astral realm of very many possibilities and proclaim you're bisexual and polyamorous. Well, that's fine if you temporarily go through these kinds of identity stations to have some experience to know what hurts you and then resolve that so that you can move on to your true twin flame. I had these phases as well. But eventually you move on to your true twin flame and also your true sexuality in that sense. No matter what that one is called, but it is only one thing and it is with your true twin flame and it is connected with God. And even when you are the divine feminine, you're still like manifesting being the symbolic anchor in that astral realm as part of what you are as the divine feminine symbolically in your union. Even then you're still connected to source. You see, that's where it needs to go because that's where it is healed. That's where the healed version of that is for you, no matter what you call it. And you can still call it all kinds of gender names that you feel good with at that particular moment in your development that is anchored in the ultimate answer of source. As long as you're truly anchored in that ultimate answer of source with your true twin flame and harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state, and you keep on being focused on that, and you don't lose that alignment to wander off in the astral realm, doesn't matter. So, let's see. Okay, so maybe there are like lessons. Yeah, maybe there are lessons in this thing, like should we go to the astral realm for something, anything, like to the phenomenology of it, as twin flames? Isn't that interesting, Petra? Or should you go to, I think we're just going to get some wisdoms here with the spiritual insights and whatnot. But maybe I first need to say this, that I think one thing it particularly expresses itself into, that many people are known to have experience with, is that people like to have like readings from people that are readers that read the astral realm for you about your future with your twin flame. And some people might have some ground there for you and some wisdom, and it might become true. And then you might be satisfied. Okay. But a lot of times it is very questionable, to say the least. And all of the time, it is not what you truly need to go to your harmonious twin flame union and manifest that in the flesh. It can be a frivolous extra that might have some truth in it, but you don't actually need it. What you need is a true teacher that knows how to go to the state of consciousness of harmonious twin flame union. You don't necessarily need someone to read your future in the astral realm. That's not what brings you your union. But I, for instance, also have a beautiful reading in which I will channel, which also has something to do with the astral realm, for you ways to perform some magical things so you can feel your own empowerment in there, so you can call in this full alignment with your true twin flame in source. You see, and that's where I think it starts to make sense. So that would be my creative identity reading. Personally, I did have in my journey, when I was still on my journey, I'm not on my journey anymore, right? I arrived. On my journey, I did have some people do some things to like sort of predict the future from the astral realm or from astral beings or whatnot. And I have particularly two in mind, and they did have some sort of a talent in that. But they were not connected to the true harmonious twin flame union, new sacred teaching that pokes through the astral realm to the other side of it, where God is. So, was there something of truth in what they said, both of them? Looking back, there was. But did it really do it? No, not at all. That's not what did it. And both of them, they can't find their union. They can't make it come true for themselves because they have a little bit of talent to be in the astral realm. Okay. But they can't make the journey come true for themselves. They can't make the union come true for themselves because that's not truly what you need. And these people can sometimes be very lost in the phenomena and not at all what they proclaim to be for you. So there you go. So that's also what this is really about. Okay, so now we're going to get, I see a card from the spiritual insight cards. Your longest journey travels to that which is most nearby. You are on the way from being alone to being all one. All right. So that really seems to refer to that entire journey through the astral realm to the other side. To like poke through the entire journey to the divine. And then in my like effort to visualize that for you, that's like you're here, then there's this astral realm between you and God, and then there's God. But when you have reached God, you will experience that it actually is contradictorily the closest by inside of your heart, inside of you, and that you are it. And that you were never not it. Yeah. And that you're in union there with your twin flame. And that you're only that oneness of union, of love, and of light there with your twin flame as one. And that's it. That's what you are. And it was all the time already in your heart as the most intimate thing that already was here. But now you discovered it consciously. So you can't have that standing here as like an intellectual idea. Well, you can have it stand as an intellectual idea all you want. Go ahead. But that's not what really makes it come true. You really need to live it, be it. And then it works. Then it works for you. So this whole journey leads to like, oh, we're just one. We're a union. And it's deeply intimate. And that's it. You see? No astral realm needed. Nothing in between needed. Just one. Well, here's my twin flame. Yeah, we're one. That's why he's here. We're one. That's why he's attracted here, because we're one. And that's a natural thing there. So is there something in the psychological realm with the psychological insight cards that we can pair it with? I saw this moving, so here we go. Let's see. I am prepared to express my love actively. Wow. 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 Who would have thought that that one came out? Right. So if you are that love and you express it actively, and your twin flame is there too because they're attracted to that, they're around when you do. No astral realm needed in the sense of as a phenomenon, as a goal in itself. No. But it's just also in the here and now as a natural phenomenon that is also present in that now. Nothing wrong with it. So let's have a look. Can we get maybe like three cards of the classical tarot deck that is like with the medieval paintings? And oh, I already did all of this up front, but let's just somehow give it some more. Well, these are 2 cards. So maybe 2 cards then? This one too. Well, this one too. Okay, 3 cards. 3 cards from the tarot. Let's have a look. Let's start here. 10 of Wands. Well, we just got all these fiery wands, because that's what it signifies, fiery wands. We got all 10 of them. And the other one, so let's see them together. The moon in reverse. So the moon has light from the sun. It's not itself a source of light. So it's an illusion in that sense. But it's also like Maya is an illusion. Like the whole world and everything is actually an illusion. But it was in reverse. So it's like the illusions are being revealed now. And like this. Yeah, I think so. It's like upside down. 6 of Wands in reverse. So that's like 6 of Wands is successful. They come back from the battlefield and they had won with the horses here. But then it was upside down, so it was like unsuccessful. Illusions coming out, and you see what is unsuccessful. And like the roaming around in the astral realm is unsuccessful. The illusion will come out. When you come home with all your wands in a row, all your fiery twin flame journey steps in a row, you will know that purely diving into the astral is unsuccessful. And you know the illusions that came of it, and they are revealed as illusions. And you let them go. That's what you do on a true journey. That's what you do on a true twin flame journey. You let go of these illusions of the astral realm. And whenever you are inspired by source to make use a little bit of something in the astral realm because the divine told you to use it temporarily for a little bit of healing, perhaps for a certain purpose, and the teacher told you that and guided that for you, the result of it is that you will remove illusions with it, through it. That you remove that illusionary working of the astral realm for you. That's the true work, people. That is the work. You know, I recently made this video on my YouTube channel, and it was about the true twin flame inner work. And let me tell you in 1.5 minutes what that really is in the best and quickest way. And it was like this guy is like building this wall with bricks, but then it was like, oh, but now the whole wall is not building anymore, but it's broken down. And that is the true twin flame inner work. It's not building brick by brick with your ego personality until it looks like the image that you have in your head about what it should be like with your twin flame. No, it is like God comes in with his drill and just evens the whole wall out, just gets the whole wall out of the way so that you can see through the wall to the other side. And you can see what God really created for you already. And you don't need to build it. It was already built by God. You don't need to build it. Let it be revealed to you what was already created by God. If something in the astral realm might help you with that process, then you will hear it from your twin flame teacher. And it might be useful for a bit, but the grand scheme of things is that it will fall away, and the astral realm will fall away as the believed idea that it is there or that is important. That will fall away. And if it has genuinely fallen away for you, well, then you can, like me, play a little bit with the dryads, the spirits of the trees, and the fairies, the spirits of nature, and just play a little bit with it, because we're just working with healing ideas together with Divine Mother. But when you're not there yet, don't think that the astral realm is the solution or the thing itself, because it's not. You might like astral twin flame sex and enjoy it very much. But once you have the real deal in harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state, that doesn't really do that much for you anymore. Let's have a look at this topic from another angle, and that is from the Native Americans. Because why not? Is that a woodpecker bird? And it looks like there are also crystals here. Number 8. Let's see what this card means. I'm going to have a look in the booklet. Yeah, the woodpecker. Opportunity. Woodpecker taps to find nourishing tidbits. As he sounds out his environment looking for treasures, he reminds us that opportunities are everywhere, even where there seems to be no hope, such as in dead trees. Woodpecker is steadfast in his determination. He is also loud from the taps that echo through an otherwise quiet wood to his loud and distinction call. With Woodpecker, Spirit is speaking loudly to you, and you are encouraged to listen. Solutions to some of your most challenging problems are available if you listen. The crystal emphasizes clarity and focus. Don't give up after an initial failure. Listen for guidance, stay focused, and maintain your determination. Opportunity, perseverance, certainty, truth, failures that are really lessons. Trying many times, finding treasures in unlikely places. Wow, I just get this whole sense of that, like the world, the universe, the reality is a well, a hologram, and is like a sounding board. Reality is like a sounding board of is like a musical instrument, right? Reality is like a musical instrument, and when you knock on it, or knock on the portal, knock on the door, portal of the Green Man, the card we had, then it gives a sound, and sounds are healing. So that has to do with it, like as if you go maybe in, you go on a journey, you go into the astral realm. That is like, but that's like knocking on the door. The point is, when you go into that, you should do it with the spirit of the woodpecker. You're knocking on God's door, and then God opens, and then he shines the light into the astral realm where everything is like shown out of the way. It's like all illusions disappear. It's like God shows you what's real. Yeah. Wow. Who would have thunk that that card would come out? That is magical. And it also refers to, I mean, like, this is like the reality is like a sounding board that's like healing sounds or something. I don't know. Like, maybe the astral realm is one big sounding board for when you actually knock on the door of heaven, of God. And it is like the space where the reverberation of healing frequencies can sometimes reach parts of you, as long as you knock on the door of God through it, with it. And then it's an opportunity for healing. Wow. And now we're going to look into the Oracle of Mary Magdalene. So which card are we going to have here? Oh, well, all three then? Wow, 3 cards. Okay. Let's see which ones we have. And we have the Beloved. Well, that's you and your twin flame, of course. And we have Surrender. And we have your guidance angel. How do you, that's the wrong word. How do you call that? Well, you understand what I mean. So, like, you're looking for the beloved, and when you surrender, your angel is helping you to make that all come true between you and God, reaching each other's hand, and then like the angels and your surrender can connect you there with God, and that also connects you with your beloved. Right. So it looks like now we're going to arrive more in how God, more in a direct way, sees how he can work through the astral realm with you. And that's like with your guidance angel. Angel guide. I don't know. Right. Like in a more of a direct way. Interesting. Very interesting. So maybe this one? These are the dragon fae. So these are clearly also like astral realm kind of beings, right? So what do they have to say about this whole conundrum? Grandmother magic. I will console you. So what they can do in the astral realm for you is they can, through, for instance, this dragon fae, console you where you've been hurt. Maybe as your inner child that didn't have a loving mother or father or both. And they can work with you with these wounds to console you if you're open for that in that realm. And now we have the union and mission cards from myself. I'm seeing this one, so here we go. Builder humans how B 3.1 to build teams that reach superior new goals. So here is you're actually building your team with your twin flame. That is the first team that is valid for you under God. You are a team together, and a natural team of God that is also fit for business together under God for spreading your mission. That's the team that you are. You are a team. And if you accept that and let that fully in, you can also coach other teams because now you have your team in order. To build teams that reach superior new goals. When you have your astral realm in order, under God's order, under your twin flame order, you will have a well-functioning team. You will have a well-functioning twin flame union. It's kind of far away, but I got it. And this is the life purpose deck. This one was moving, so let's get it. Traveling. Your life's purpose is traveling. Well, and isn't that about the twin flame journey itself? I think that makes the most sense here. I mean, don't they say astral travel, right? So the right use, the rightly ordered use is what I'm seeing now. The rightly ordered use of the astral realm and astral travel is that you do the twin flame inner work, and then they come to you, the true twin flame comes to you no matter what, no matter if they actually were on the other side of the world or what have you. They will just one way or another be attracted to where you are on earth and simply show up as that guy next to you in line in the supermarket, or that guy that you meet in my group, which can very well be because For some people, that will happen in my school, that you meet your true twin flame. It has happened before. It's not for everyone, but it is actually logical, because it is a place in the universe where twin flames are attracted to their harmonious union, because that's how my twin flame school is set up in the astral realm. Wow, there we go. That's why you can find, maybe for a lot of a whole bunch of people that came to me for their twin flame actually came to my school, because they also came to that place in the astral realm, and their twin flame as well, because you make the same core choice, because you're twin flames. That's why. So they both come to the same place in the astral realm, which is my school, which is also on the internet, but it's also in the astral realm. It's right here. It's in our connection. And I claim our connection. You would be very welcome to come study with me. Maybe that's how you will be with your true twin flame. And it's a beautiful way to make that happen. So don't be mistaken about that. So, in a rightly ordered way, you can say that my school is in the astral realm, but it's under God. And you can say that your true twin flame travels to you through the astral realm, just here in less than a second, because the world is a hologram. And they come to you because you do the correct twin flame inner work in relationship with a true twin flame teacher in an actual twin flame mystery school, such as mine. And then it happens for you. And that's a correct use of the astral realm, which you actually then also, in a way, sort of don't need to worry about. But it's much closer and much easier and much closer by, with results and all, than you even think. Many people think it's like, "Oh, it's so difficult. My twin flame needs to travel half the world, and it's just so difficult, so expensive, takes so much time." Well, that's not true. Maybe you'll just find them in my school. You just come in the group next week, November 1st, new group, Twin Flame Abundance Now, year group course. That also brings you to become a twin flame coach in the future too, so that you will make your money more than back. Fantastic opportunity. You just step into that. And we have these meetings every week, and then we have like monthly meetings, and you just meet them there. You're like, wow, how did that happen? It was so easy. It's not necessarily for everyone that it works like that, because maybe for you it is someone that you meet, let's say exclusively, quote unquote, in your physical vicinity or something. That can be as well. We're just gonna find that out for you and with you. But then they also have come into your vicinity through the astral travel, because you were in a rightly ordered environment, the school. That's how it works. Whether that sounds magical to you or not. And I think many people experience things in my school when they become my student that are pretty magical, and then they are very flabbergasted by all the magic and whatnot. And I do have like things and healing formulas and whatnot that sound pretty magical and whatnot. And it actually sounds like I'm a very astral realmy witch or something, but that's not necessarily true, because I only use that rightly ordered underneath God. And that's why it works. That's why we know what we're doing here, because I don't do it. And I don't dive in the astral realm to have experiences. I don't. It's because Divine Mother does it through me. And that's like the only reason that it works. And the only way that it is safe as well. Let's have the Egyptian cards, but I hardly couldn't get them from the table. It was so far away today. Far away. But it's so close with astral travel. I think we should have astral cards that I know don't need to make such a fuss about them anymore. And here is the Bennu stone bird. Bennu bird from the Egyptian deck, but he's standing next to this pillar stone. That's why I said stone. But it is about the bird of life, death, and rebirth. Trust that what is burning from away from you is the basis of new life. You will be in an intense process of purification and recreation. Visualization idea: your purified soul will stand up like a phoenix from the flames. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's what we needed to hear. And Divine Mother, do you have something to say about all of this? Maybe that's like, we have this twice to sort of close this off. Like, Divine Mother, can you give us a closing word or image or something? Guard 31, Our Lady of Sacred Sisterhood. That's interesting. Because maybe this is also the rightly ordered way for us to connect, or we are already connected in a circle of light and peace through the astral. And that is how it's meant to be, because when you feel connected with me now, then you ought to come into my school, because I ought to recreate under God the circle of my peace vow, which is a sacred brother and sisterhood under Divine Mother. And you could say, in a rightly ordered use of the astral, that's where we already meet, and we're going to manifest that now. So you're welcome to come in. And now we're also going to get an Isis card, which is like a deeper version of Divine Mother, you could say, like historically, astrally deeper version. The rising sun, the rebirth of the divine sun child, which is exactly what I said, like a deeper, more ancient version of Divine Mother as Mary with the Jesus child. And here we see Isis with the sun child. And the rebirth theme again. And the rightly ordered mystery school plays out in the astral realm and wants to be manifested again in the flesh on the world. So this is an opening of the rightly ordered astral realm that you can step into now. That's my school. That's Twin Flame Abundance now. That's the year group course. That is here for you now. Yeah. I would love to welcome you. And as a last gesture, we are going to get a crystal. That is for sure also very much astral healing in a rightly ordered way, when you use it correctly. Charoïd. What you could do is make a screenshot now, print it out, even if it is black and white. Cut it out, this picture of the stone, of the crystal, put it in your pocket or under your pillow at night, and you already have the frequency of it right there. It's like the cheapest option. You don't need to buy the crystal for it. And it already works. So let's look in the book of Judy Hall what this crystal wants to tell us. It is the last one in the whole series, number 50. It is about healing your wounds, which is, of course, always a big part of the journey. And in the astral realm, in a rightly ordered way used, there's a lot of wound healing there possible too, for sure. I have experienced that, and I experience that with my students every time. Garoid has a deep physical and emotional healing through the negative energy and the transformation of it. This crystal creates well-being from unwellness. With the help of this crystal, you will recognize that the biggest trauma also is your biggest gift. And the advice is to accept it with joy in your heart. Karuit has a lot of new energy and heals and integrates duality. It heals unwellness from past lives that you might be experiencing the results of in your present life. So you can heal deep fear and feeling torn apart, and healing the, oh, what is that called? Nervous system. I'm just trying to translate what it says in Dutch. On the fly. It is time to stand up and be empowered in your journey. Acceptance is the perfect attitude for this healing. Right. And when you have healed it, you can be of service to other people to heal that which you have healed too. And that will be your mission. And that's also why I opened the school again, the Twin Flame Abundance Now group program on November the 1st, 2025. And I offer you an extra educational module through which you can become a Twin Flame coach, which will also be an expression of your Twin Flame mission. And that will be a way of being of service in Twin Flame love, in the astral realm, in a rightly ordered way under God to other people. And that is what you will be able to do. And that is of such intimacy and beauty. I'm looking so much forward to do that together with you. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tu, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. Salve Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo et spes nostra salve. A te clamamus, et exsulus filii Evae, a te suspiramus, cimentes et flentes in hac lacrimarum vale. Ea ergo advocata nostra, illos tuos misericordes oculos et nos converte, et Iesum benedictum fructum ventris tui, nobis post hoc exilium ostende. O clemens, o pia, o dulcis Virgo Maria, ora pro nobis, sancta Dei genetrix, udini efficiamur promissionibus Christi. Orimus. Omnipotens sempiterne Deus, qui gloriose Virginis Matris Mariae, corpus et animam, udinium filii tui habitaculum efficii mereritur. Spiritus Sancto cooperante preparasti da, ut cuius commemoratione laetamur, eus pia intercessione ab instantibus malis, et a morte perpetua liberemur, per eundem Christum Dominus, Dominum nostrum. Amen. Your next step. Don't forget to actually start the process and jump on the team. Actively come to our community, start doing the correct inner work, and start to support and ask the support you deserve through our services so that we can start a relationship that will lead you to harmonious union and beyond. When you are not in the relationship, you're not on the team, and you can't expect the results I'm speaking of. Currently, we are going towards the opening of the door once more to Twin Flame group course, Twin Flame Abundance Now, a new version especially for those that want to become a union coach and make your own money. I am looking for 6 people to step into this abundant opportunity. The door opens on November 1st, and the launch page is to be found until that time at creativeuniverse.earth/abundance now launch, or the link below the show notes. You can, however, support this ongoing Twin Flame live news as such. Make it possible as co creator. Without your participation and financial gifts, I cannot do anything because we need to have an energetic and verbal visual exchange for things to make sense and to know what I need to talk about for you. And as a means to make sacred content actually physically flow. Therefore, I post the show notes in Patreon. Come over and enjoy, have influence on the broadcasts, and don't miss out on behind the scenes experience. Patreon.com/PEJ at Creative Universe or the link below. October's Patreon subscriber action is the Master's reading wants to be taken up by you at this time. A very special service by the Christ Masters of this new Twin Flame times. I'll be able to ground you a piece of invaluable inner work advice for your journey. Info is at creativeuniverse.earth/reading. Normal price is €88. Special October Patreon price for second tier members is €44. Please let me personally know and I'll give you a pay link. I am Petra, in the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union since March 2020, worked with the new Christ Masters on Earth right now to roll this consciousness state out so everyone can enjoy the abundant life with their true twin flames soon enough after going in with me right here. Don't search any further. You found what you were looking for. Om. Amen.